Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. And for this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, let me know the name of the constituency you are watching us from. A few weeks ago on this platform, I offered my unsolicited advice to Raila Odinga and the entire Azimio brigades. That video actually performed so well. It trended in this country. And in that video, I explained that Azimio Umoja One Kenya Alliance must, as a matter of urgency, name their presidential candidate early enough. If that candidate is going to be Kalonzo, they ought to name Kalonzo Musyoka early enough. And I also explained to them a few other things which they should actually do if they hope to upset William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza brigades in 2027. And today I want to do something different. I want to reveal to you guys William Ruto's elaborate plan and strategy, which is actually laying to ensure that he defeats Azimio in 2027. So I want you guys to take some popcorns and spare a few minutes for me to reveal to you these shocking details of William Ruto's elaborate plans. But before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to dive in. Let us go back to 2020, 2021, and 2022. Who knew that William Ruto was going to defeat the deep state? The truth of the matter is that even Kenya Kwanza themselves were not sure of the presidency. In fact, I was listening recently to Kipchumba Murkomen, and they were sure that they were not sure about winning at some particular time, especially towards the election period. But Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta, and Azimio Umoja One Kenya Alliance committed some mistakes, which William Ruto actually exploited. And the margin between William Ruto and Raila Odinga, in my view, was so narrow to an extent that if Raila Odinga and Azimio were well organized, they would have easily taken that presidency. And William Ruto understands this so well. He knows so well that after he won, or after he was declared, because winning, I don't think, certain things have happened, and therefore his popularity has gone down. But William Ruto is focused on winning his second term. And these are some of the strategies which he has employed. Number one, the first strategy for Ruto is the lawyer factor. William Ruto has figured out that for him to win in 2027, the lawyer nation must be on his side. I don't know what his game plan for Mount Kenya is, but I was talking to someone and he told me that Ruto is not sure with Mount Kenya and is seeing an opportunity in the lawyer nation. Last week, William Ruto appointed Renson Mulela Ingonga as the new director of public prosecution. Now, the position of the director of public prosecution is a critical position in the Republic of Kenya as far as the deep state is concerned. Now, lawyers have something to tell their people. Today, William Ruto has also made another appointment. The Commissioner General of KRA has been nominated. And William Ruto has appointed another lawyer, Humphrey Mulongo Wataga. Now, William Ruto can now go to the lawyer nation. Of course, he's going there next week. And he can now parade to the lawyer nation their sons who are working in government. He's going to start with Musalia Mudavadi, then come down, and then the director, the Commissioner General of KRA. That is the man who is going to be in charge of our taxes. So he can go to the Luhya Nation and tell them that he has given them the Director General of KRA. Rigathi Gachagua tried so hard to secure that position for someone from the mountain. He failed. Why would Ruto take the position of the Director General of the Commissioner General of KRA away from the Kikuyu Nation and to the Luhya Nation? Your guess is as good as mine. So Luhya is going to play a key role for William Samoei Arap Ruto. Now they have something they can tell their people. Number two, William Ruto is currently engineering massive defection of key Azimio leaders to Kenya Kwanza, and is very strategic in his approach. He's targeting Kisii, he's targeting Luhya Nation, and is also targeting the coastal region. A lot is happening on the ground. Even youth leaders are being persuaded to defect. William Ruto understands something, that politics is actually a perceptional game. You don't really need to have the numbers, but you just need to create the perception that you have the numbers. And why is that important? The perception of numbers is important because of rigging schemes. If you want to rig, you must create the perception that you have the numbers. You know, in the last election, William Ruto really campaigned. And therefore, even if he did not have the numbers in Ukambani, it was possible for him to rig in Ukambani, but at the same time, justify that Ukambani failed to give Kalonzo Musyoka the running mate, and therefore the turnout on Azimio side was low, but then he also ventured there forcefully. That is exactly what Ruto is trying to do. He's planning, because now he has the powers. He's planning for cost, he's planning for Ukambani, and William Ruto is also planning for the Luhya Nation. So let us wait and see. In fact, the war is actually going to be contested at the IBC. Let us wait and see whether the bipartisan talks, which in my view is a complete waste of time, is going to come up with something. And the people who are going to be nominated, it's going to tell us the direction and all this. So William Ruto's engineering defections from Azimio to create the perception. Like in Kisii, just really try to win the Azimio leaders from that side to his side. The only challenge he's been facing is that those leaders are facing serious resistance from the ground. So that's number two. His third strategy, and Azimio must never close the eyes, is that William Ruto and his team have actually embarked on massive recruitment exercise in Azimio strongholds. If you go to Homa Bay today, they are busy. But just the same people who've been defecting since Raila Odinga, you know, there's a group of people, for example, from Nyanza, who are opposed to Raila. They were opposed to Jaramogi, they're opposed to Raila. And if Raila were to join Ruto today, they will still leave. No, those people have been defecting every single day. But they are also succeeding in getting a few. So the thing is, Ruto is coming to the ground and his team, and they are conducting massive recruitment exercise. What they do is that they come to a region, they convince you, they register you, they have your details. What will they be doing with those details? What will they be doing with them? Probably to mobilize, or probably for intelligence gathering, or maybe just to create the perception, for example, that now in Homa Bay, Azimio is not strong. Well, that's not the truth. You go to Kisii, they are busy. Malali is busy every week. Cleophas Malala is busy recruiting members all over the country. What is Azimio doing? What is ODM, for example, doing about membership recruitment? Do they even have a plan? What about Wiper? The fourth strategy, which Ruto is using, and I think this is where Uhuru Kenyatta failed, is that William Ruto is making good use of intelligence information. William Ruto, as the president of the Republic of Kenya, is entitled to intelligence briefings every single day. The other day I was reading somewhere that there's a lock somewhere at State House, and that locker has only 2 keys and has a key, and only 2 people can open that locker. Ruto and the director of intelligence. So which means every evening or maybe every morning, William Ruto goes to State House, he opens the locker, he reads the report. So if the report is telling him that he's losing ground in Mount Kenya, and these are the reasons why he's losing the ground on Mount Kenya, he makes good use of those reports, and then he goes to Mount Kenya. If, for example, William Ruto is losing ground in Kisii, then they are told this is why he goes there. William Ruto was losing the grip of Luhya Nation, and the intelligence reporters told him that for the Luhya Nation, what you need to do, give them food, appoint some of their guys, then monitor. It's unlike Uhuru Kenyatta never used to use this intelligence report. For example, if Uhuru was using this intelligence report, there are certain things which I don't think would have happened. Number 5, in my view, William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza are also baiting the ODM and Azimio governors to work with them. And why is he doing this? 2 reasons. And the governors are actually falling for this trick. Number 1, by working with these governors, it means William Ruto is actually able to take credit for some of the governors' projects. For example, when William Ruto went to Homa Bay and he promised to participate in the construction of the stadium, and he did nothing, but then Gladys Wanga managed to complete the stadium. If it were not Homa Bay, for example, William Ruto would just go and take credit for it. You go to Mombasa, where he's persuaded the governor to an extent that the governor could not even join Azimio demonstrations. By doing that, it's simple. He's getting the opportunity to venture into Azimio strongholds. He simply calls a governor, Simbarati, I'm coming there, there's this project, blah, blah. He goes, Arati will be there. He'll be able to get that opportunity. And lastly, I'm also looking at the confusion in Azimio as being sponsored by none other than the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Arap Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've enjoyed this video. I know you've loved it. Please, if you have not subscribed, don't sign out before you subscribe. Just press that subscribe button now, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Again, that those who normally buy me coffee, you can do the same. A cup of coffee is only 200 bob, but you can do 1 or 2, or you can sponsor a week's coffee. Thank you guys. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.